Who's ready for more Christmas decorating? Let's get to it. This year I changed out the bow on the top of my tree to this deep, like almost hunter wintergreen velvet ribbon. I absolutely love it. I got the original ribbon at Walmart from the My Texas Home line, which is gorgeous. And then I ended up finding more at Hobby Lobby to add the tails. Do you guys like my method here? Hold the ribbon up and see how long it is, and then cut it off and hope for the best. It actually worked out in my favor this year. So when Josh and I first got married, I happened to mention to a lady that I worked with named Christy that I didn't have a tree skirt. And I had went and looked at some, and they were outrageously expensive, and I seriously could not afford one. And when I told Christy that I did not have one, she couldn't stand that, and so she gave me the Christmas tree skirt that you've seen just there. And I have used it every year since that year, my very first Christmas with Josh. This strand of button garland, I actually made that. I just bought a jar of beads. Actually, not beads, buttons. Wooden and white buttons came in one jar. I think it was like about $6 and some yarn. And I threaded every one of those beads onto this string and made my own button garland for literally like $7, because the bead garland that I wanted at the time was like $15. All or most of the ornaments on this tree were either bought or given to me or handmade, and they were either bought at Dollar General, given to me by my grandmother. I have a couple on here that are from Hobby Lobby that I picked up, but this is my pretty tree. An example of one of the ornaments that was given to me from my grandma. I have a whole set of these. They're actually plastic, but she gave them to me, and I just love them. Their sentimental value is worth way more to me than the actual ornament is worth to anyone else. These dried orange slices, I made them probably 5, maybe 4 years ago. Super simple to make. All you do is you take an orange, slice it up into like 1/2 inch rings, and then lay it on a sheet of parchment paper in the oven at 200 degrees for about 30, 35, 40 minutes, just kind of depends on your house. And then I got them out, punched a little hole in the top, strung a piece of hemp yarn and tied a bow to it, and voila, perfect. Perfect little cute handmade Christmas decoration. So simple, so easy. This tree was on the cheaper side. I can't remember how much exactly it was. I'll have to try to go back and look. But I stick a lot of picks in this tree to fill it out because it really is a bare looking tree. This just goes to show with any pick you can change the look of your tree. Okay, this blanket ladder, I got it at Hobby Lobby about a year ago, and I only use it at Christmas time. This is actually the first year that I've used it. And I'm not sure. I'm going to put our stockings over here, but I'm not sure that I'm going to leave them in here. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm just going to use my Swiffer duster here to lightly dust this blanket ladder because everything that came out of my garage was so dusty. That's where we store all of our Christmas decorations. And I mean, this ladder was disgusting. Look at that. Now this video is 2 days of decorating and cleaning. I just had so much going on that I had to break it up in a couple days. I couldn't get it all done in one. I stood back and looked at this for a long time and just felt like it looked bare. So I went to the blanket closet, grabbed a blanket that actually has something on the inside of it, like a picture thing, and I just folded it inside out and used it to really cozy up the space. Okay, these picks I got last year at Hobby Lobby. I absolutely love them. They look like pampas grass, but more feathery, and they have more structure. I'll try to link them in the description box if I can. I feel like I had a harder time decorating for Christmas this year. I love how everything turned out. Everything is very simple and cozy and quaint. I do love that, but I really think it's because we had that DIY project going on in the living room, and it really just made a mess everywhere. You know, if you have ever done a DIY or a renovation project, you know how that is. It's terrible. The end result's so worth it, but getting there, whew, not good. Okay, so I seen this last year on Pinterest or something similar to it. They had a dough bowl. I have not found a dough bowl that I just love, but I did find this little wooden box. It's actually more like a tray. I think I got it at, I'm not sure where I got it at, actually. Anyways, and it just has a piece of like cotton fake snow that you would put down for a Christmas village in the bottom of it. And I've got one package of bottle brush trees at Walmart, and I can't remember how much it is, but I do know that they still have them, so I will link that in the description box. And I took a box of twinkle lights. It was one strand, one box, and I just kind of wound it through the bottle brush trees. And as you see there, I have a ton of bottle brush trees because I love them. They're so cute and they really cozy up a space. If you haven't seen it yet, I will link the very short video revealing our DIY in the description box below so you can check it out. It's a real good one. There is literally nothing better than when those twinkle lights come on. It's like, ta-da! So pretty. I love the way that lighting makes a room feel. It just makes it feel cozy and special. You'll see that I am obsessed with twinkle lights before all of my Christmas decorating is over. I got this idea from Pinterest as well. I had a glass cookie jar that was oversized, and I took it and I put 4 Christmas trees, bottle brush of course, one of them gold glitter, my favorite, down in the bottom of this cookie jar, and poured in some fake snow in the bottom to cover the bottom, and wrapped twinkle lights in and around those trees, and then buried the box in the snow. I'm gonna set that over on my shelf over here, and I just think it looks so beautiful. Decorating these little built-in hutches, I feel like is the hardest thing for me. I don't know why, but I have so much pressure to make them feel perfect. This year, I wanted to keep it a little bit more minimalist and just like pretty and classic and clean looking. So you'll see I added some gingerbread houses. They used to actually be colored, but I guess it was the year before last, I decided to spray paint all of my little village houses white, and I have not been sorry, not even one time. They are gorgeous. I love them so much more now than I did before. Now I'm just going to change the wreath out on my window in here. We always keep a wreath hanging up on this window, and I kind of change it out seasonally. This one is actually not a holiday wreath, but more so like my winter wreath. I just added that bow on it to match the bow that's on our tree in the dining room in there. And I love this sleigh. I actually stole it from my mom. Sorry, Mom, if you're seeing this. You're never getting it back. I'm so sorry. Not really, but I'm going to keep it forever, but I love it. I don't know where she had it, but she had it forever when I was a child, and I can't give it back now. I've had it too long. Now, in my Christmas decorations, you will not see pinks or that kind of colors, yellows, that kind of thing. The candy-themed colors, trees, you will not see that in my decorations. However, I do have some browns and some creams and some deep burgundies and a really deep navy bottle brush tree that I love paired next to my white village houses. It's my favorite. I don't know. I just love that little pop of color. Okay, here's day 2. We finally finished up our renovation DIY project, which is this beautiful fireplace my husband built. He did such a great job, and we really did buy it all and do it all on a budget. This garland came from Hobby Lobby. I got it actually last year after Christmas was over, just in the greenery section for a winter decoration. I love it. It looks so realistic and it's very whimsical. Now you'll see that I carried other garlands in here. I just knew that I was going to be one of those people that doubled up their garlands and had that big, thick, different kinds of garlands everywhere. That didn't exactly go. These stringed bead garlands, I got them at Walmart last year or the year before, but they still had them. I showed them in my Shop With Me video. I love these. They are timeless. You should swing by and pick you some up. I will link them in my description box below. Lot longer to decorate this mantle than I thought it would. I didn't realize, I guess because it's, new and I wanted it to look just right, it took me a little bit to decide what needed to go where. I did end up sticking the Hobby Lobby picks of the bells that I got into the end on each end. I think they look so great. And then these two candles right here on my mantle. However, I am going to have to trade those candles out for battery operated candles just as soon as I find some that will fit in my candle holders. More about that a little later in the video. I kept having to take steps back and look at it. It took me forever to decide. I really didn't think it would be that long. We've basically been living everywhere but in here, and there was a ton of trash in here. I guess from the renovations and everything, there was just stuff laying everywhere. So after I gather up all the trash, I'm gonna come back in and start tidying things up. There were pillows everywhere. I thought to myself, what in the heck? It's Jana. That's what the problem is. I keep multiple throw blankets in the living room at all times. I keep them folded normally in wicker baskets under my side tables. Do you guys keep cozy blankets in your living room? Let me know in the comments. I kind of took a page out of last year's decoration books and decided to go ahead and reuse my little white house as a centerpiece of my coffee table. I love it. It's the only one I have that has a little cutout in the back that you can put a tea light in, and it is my very, very favorite one. glass bottles on all of my tables in my living room all year round, and I typically like to just take out what I have in them at the time and change out their picks. This year, in all of the bottles, I'm putting a sprig of like cedar with pine cones on it that I got at Hobby Lobby. That's realistic looking, but it's plastic. It's so sweet and it just looks so simple and clean, and I just love it. All of the picks that I'm using in my living room, I got at Hobby Lobby. I'll try to link some of them in the comments below if I can, but if I can't, you know Hobby Lobby has the best picks to choose from. Okay, so let me talk to you about the candles on the mantle. So after I got everything all clean, I went through and lit my candles like I always do. You know, I love that ambiance that the candles give to a room, that cozy, warm, light look. Anyways, so I had lit all my candles and went to throw my matches away, and when I came back, I noticed, oh, hold on just a second. Y'all know I don't really like Febreze, so I've been using this Bounce wrinkle release on my furniture as a Febreze replacement. It is wonderful, and you'll see right here I'm just spraying down my curtains and giving them gentle little tugs to help get rid of the wrinkles in them as well. Anyways, so when I came back in the living room and was taking pictures and such so that I could show you guys what it looked like, I noticed this like black spot on the bottom of my TV, and I hadn't noticed it before, and I was like, what in the world is that? Well, I went over there, and you guys, the candle was melting the TV. It never dawned on me that that could happen, but it did. Luckily, I noticed it early enough that I could blow that candle out really quick, and then I blew on the TV screen and got it cooled off fast enough that it did not leave permanent damage other than melting the frame a little bit. Imagine Josh's surprise when I said, oh my gosh, I just melted the TV frame. He was like, huh? What's that you said? Oh. Needless to say, I'm gonna be in the market for some battery-operated candles.
Yeah. The snowman's dusting off his hat, putting on the show for everybody, to give them a smile that lasts another year.
I could not get this end of the garland to lay down. My husband had to finally come over and help me because I was a little bit too short and I was getting pretty frustrated.
Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah, there's room at the table for big and for small. All the fire is popping.
These little white glittery ball picks, I got them at Walmart. I absolutely love them. They have them again this year, and I think they're like $1.98. I'll look and see if I can link them in my description box below.
The snow is laying 2 feet deep. Now wish upon a
Last year I had this box full of Christmas trees on my table as my centerpiece. This year I wanted something a little bit more elegant looking, so I decided to put my little tray full of Christmas trees over here on the piano, and I think it turned out perfectly. It's the perfect little pop of color in a more neutral space.
Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah, there's room at the table for big and for small. All the fire is popping, the chestnuts are cracking, yeah. Merry Christmas, baby.
I'm pretty certain that by now we can't count it a cleaning video unless I show you one of these little bears. And not only was there one little bear on this table, but there were actually two little peach colored bears. I found them while I was cleaning. If you know, you know, those little bears are everywhere.
It's Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. It's Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
Okay, another one of my little like centerpiece items that I do typically is this little red truck in this pan. I put the truck in the pan, and then I have a couple little trees that I put in there and a candle, and I sprinkle fake snow all around. I use the same fake snow every single year, so I don't have to buy new snow all of the time. I love it so much. It's so sweet. The truck is actually made of wood. One of my uncles made it a long time ago. I think my favorite part is sprinkling the snow over, like holding it up and sprinkling it with my fingers. So satisfying. This table was so dirty, I guess from having everything strewn out everywhere. When I cleaned it off, I was just like, holy cannoli, look at all of this dust and dirt and the glitter. Oh my gosh, I love glitter, but it was everywhere. Like I said earlier, I wanted something a little bit more simple and elegant for my table this year. And so I've just decided to do a simple tablecloth with a runner, and then tapered candle holders, some ornaments, and a couple bottle brush trees, of course, and a few little pine cones. And it absolutely turns out beautiful. I hope you stick around to see it in the end. Okay, you guys, that about does it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching my creative, or not so creative, decorating process. I feel like it's taken me so much longer this year to really get down with it. However, I feel like my living room has turned into a cozy, comfortable paradise. And I hope you have enjoyed watching me transform that into a space that I truly love. I hope you guys have a great day, and God bless.